Good morning, everybody. Lynn, the Leather Bag Lady. How are you all today on this Friday morning? It is 10:45. I'm picking my clients up a little later today, so I thought I would get my video done before I go. It is absolutely stinking hot out there. This is our third day of a heat warning. I think it got up to 36 degrees yesterday with the Humidex. Unbelievable. We are just into June, and normally we don't get these temperatures until July, but it is so hot in here. Leather Bag Lady weather report. It was 81 degrees in this house last night. Mr. Pius is not used to not having central air. He's doing very well, actually, but we do have another window unit in the shed. Whether or not that makes its way into the window, I do not know, because it's not. Depending on who you talk to, it is supposed to be a really hot summer. It's supposed to be a really cool summer. So it will be cooling down as of tomorrow, back to kind of 22, 23 degrees. Cannot wait. I am not a fan of this heat, and especially not with all the hot flashes. So anyway, let's get to the bag. Today's bag is a little bit of a unique bag in that, first glance, it looks like a little backpack. This kind of egg shape with the flat bottom, in my experience, is just backpack. But it's not. It has a very unique center strap. It is a shoulder bag. If you are very petite, you could potentially have it as a sling bag. I'm not even going to try it. I tried it before, and it was like Twister trying to get me out of it. So I'm not doing that again. But really cute bag. Beautiful, beautiful soft leather. There is a magnetic clasp there. Pocket here, great for your phone. Zipper pocket on the back, equally great for your phone. It goes pretty well all the way to the bottom right there. Your interior. Now, let's just have a moment of, for the brushed gold hardware. I love this stuff. Very reminiscent of a kind of higher end brand, Due Fratelli, I think it is. Los Angeles, Toronto. There was one other city, New York, Los Angeles, Toronto. And they had a beautiful boutique in Toronto, apparently in the 70s. So they would put this exact pull on all of their bags, or most of their bags. So it's not a Due Fratelli, it is Easy Spirit, which is a Canadian brand. So I'm not sure, couldn't find out much about it. It is a wipeable interior. There is a zipper inside also. So you've got lots of compartments, which is very, very in keeping with what is required in today's purses. Not too many that you're having to open 15 zippers to find what it is you're looking for. Unless I had a conversation with a lady yesterday at my show. Unless you're very, very pragmatic about what you put in each pocket, which this girl is not. But if you make sure that the same thing is in the same pocket every time, then a ton of pockets is not a big deal for you. But it is for me. Nice little base on it. Is that a little? Oh, a little bit of color loss there, but I will take care of that for you. And that is it. It's a cute little bag. Very light. More brushed gold here. Oh, just, I don't know. I like the satin finish of it. And that is today's bag. So, this heat is driving me crazy. I do not enjoy this crazy, crazy heat. Yesterday, I had a show. It was not very busy. But they invited me, and I tend to honor any invites. I'm just grateful that they remember who I am and are happy to have me in their facility. If I had had to pay to be there, I would have declined. But it was free exposure. and it just was so freaking hot. But the air conditioning in the facility was beautiful. Pies took the day off yesterday because he had his sleep apnea thing the night before, so he didn't get very much sleep. So he had a little nap while I was working at the show. I finished it a little early because it really wasn't very lucrative at all. I don't want to be disrespectful, and leave like an hour after I get there. So I left maybe half an hour early and got home, and then we were off. We were looking for rims for the van. Oh my goodness me, so expensive. I know it's the season. It's kind of, we're getting into summertime now and people are out with their fancy cars, but we're looking at $1,800 for 4 rims and tires. And my little Pius would have pulled the trigger several times on $1,000 worth of rims. But this little frugal lady, well, nothing little about me, but this frugal lady said, and I ended up finding us rims on Marketplace for $120. They're not perfect. We are going to have to do some elbow grease, which Pius was so excited to get the SOS pads and clean up the steel wheels. We went and visited the van again yesterday to make sure that these rims were going to work. The exhaust is all done on the van. He turned it on. It is purring like a kitten. And we are hoping to have it in our possession sometime early next week. So excited. Pius is really excited about it. It's quite cute, actually. We're not really going to do a lot of the build this year, I don't think. Because it's too hot out there. I think until you experience the heat in this house, any laundry, I put a load of laundry in at 6 a.m. this morning before I went to the gym. I came back, put it in the dryer. I'm trying to hang some stuff outside as well. And that is it for today now. There will be no more. There's no cooking. There's no laundry. There's minimal lights. There's a whole process to living in a block construction. It's like a kiln in here. Once it heats up, everything swells to the point where some days my front door needs a good kicking to get it closed. So, it's interesting. And Pius, you can tell somebody that it's hot in here, but until you've experienced it, and it drains you. Like yesterday, not Wednesday night when Pius had his sleep study, I had all kinds of plans. I was going to do this and I was going to do that. We have our community yard sale tomorrow morning. So I was going to get all the stuff out of the shed, whatever, but it didn't happen. Pius did it yesterday morning, actually. We did so much yesterday morning. I went to the gym. I did laundry. I did dishes. We emptied the shed. What else did we do? I can't remember. I was exhausted by 9:30. I got to my show and I was like, I'm coming to a show for a rest. We've got so much for this yard sale. Hopefully it's a good, it's going to be a beautiful day. The temperature is going to be down to 22 degrees. So hopefully it will be a good day. And all this stuff will be going pretty well anyway. Anything that doesn't sell in the yard sale, donation. And then hopefully we can move on with finishing getting this house set up. And then all that needs doing is the spray foam and the ceilings. And then we'll probably just sit with that for a bit too. Make sure there's no leaks. I am not putting any roof material or ceiling material back up until probably next spring, when I know for sure that there is no condensation issues, and then I can put material up and not have to rip it down again. No drywall. I am not doing drywall ever again. Not in this house anyway. 3 times I've had to pull drywall ceilings down. If you follow me regularly, you will know all about it. So that is that. So what are we doing tonight? Nothing much. We will be getting ready for the yard sale. We're starting to really kind of think about what we need for our trip for the East Coast. I spoke to the hotel that I have booked on the Cabot Trail. We desperately wanted to get the same room that we had last year. I couldn't remember the room number, so this ding dong is trying to write a written description of the room on our booking.com reservation. And they're like, bitch, we need to talk to you. What are you talking about? So I spoke to them yesterday and they were just like, yeah, we'll do our best. And I'm like, yeah, okay, that's fine. Oh my goodness me. But it is what it is. So the van is coming along. Our trip, we're just starting to get kind of what do we need, what do we not need. Hot flash. What else? Nothing else. Oh, my fabulous daughter found me a bag yesterday. She called me or messaged me. She goes, Mom, I'm at Plato's Closet. There's a fossil bag here. Do you want it? I'm like, sure, if you think it's worth having. Got a little bit of rub marks from denim mostly. So that'll be interesting to see if I can get that out. I do enjoy these challenges, and suede does not scare me anymore. If you follow me regularly, you know I have no problem putting a suede bag in the washing machine. The only thing you have to do is dry it gently. Don't stick it out in the sun. Dry it slowly, and then just keep brushing the nap on the suede so that it doesn't like crust up. Because when it dries, it'll get crusty if you don't, what the hell are you doing, woman? You know what I mean? Either use a soft brush, or I just use the tips of my fingers. And I have not had a problem yet, touch wood. So anyway, everybody, it's Friday. Hopefully you're having a great day. You're going to have a great weekend. We are still booze free. Not doing much for the waistline, I must say, but I had put a pair of pants on the other night when we went for a bike ride, and they were snug, but I was able to wear them. They were snug but not uncomfortable that I couldn't wear them. And I was so pissed off. I was like, you know what? I've gone from 5 workouts a week to 4. So I'm thinking in my brain, what do you expect? You're reducing your exercise. Your eating's not the cleanest thing in the world. And you're complaining. So when I took the jeans off, I thought they were a size smaller than I thought they were. And I was like, oh, okay, well, that's not too bad. And then, of course, you put the shorts on, or you try to put the shorts on from last week, and you can't even get them done up. And I'm like, yeah, no, this is not going to work. So I'm hanging in there. We've got a birthday party to go to Saturday, which is just usually a drunk fest. But we will visit for a short while and probably come home, because actually it's the birthday party I went to last year when I first met Pius, and he was at his niece's to go to a concert. She was trying to set him up with somebody, actually. And he came home early, rode the bike at like midnight to get here to see me, and I was passed out in my bed. And he was banging on the door. I didn't hear nothing. And my bedroom is in the back. And then he thought about coming around the back, and he was like, oh shit, no, somebody will think I'm trying to break in. That was in our first 2 weeks of knowing each other. So we've come a long way since then. We've come a long way since then. I had a memory on my phone yesterday of the Blue Jays game we went to the very first week. We actually met, like face-to-face met. Just wonderful. And here we are, just over a year later, and we are now, getting married and all that fun stuff. So it's just wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Anyway, everybody, I've already said goodbye twice. So have a great weekend, and I will talk to you on Monday. Bye.